Hello and welcome to another unboxing video. Just a quick video on some of the things I bought recently off of eBay. So let's get started. See what this one is. My hobby is quite varied. I do like my old gadgets. Oh, it's one of those Sony Cybershot cameras, DSCU range. Oh, it's got some batteries in it and a memory card. See if it comes on. Oh, it's dead. Yeah, this is the DSC-U40. On the earlier Sony video cameras and camcorders, they had a problem with the CCDs. Sometimes you'll just get a blank screen. There was a worldwide problem with them. Sony did operate a repair service for this, free under warranty basically, if you had a camera that was faulty. It's in very good condition. It's a shame that the batteries aren't working. I'll have to find some out and test it in a bit. This one's floppy disks, I can see them straight away. More floppy disks. Make sure the camera's recording this time. Had an incident the other day where I recorded a whole unboxing and the camera wasn't recording, so that was a waste of time. I still might be able to make a video out of it because the ceiling camera worked. Right, what have we got here? Can't remember buying these actually. I think I've had these quite a while and I forgot to open them. 5.5-inch floppy disks. Not sure if these are for Windows. Oh, they're MS-DOS payroll, so the DOS disks then. Unless they've been written over, of course, which is always a possibility, because discs were quite expensive back in the day, so you had to reuse them. I think, if I'm right, this is a Ricoh Camera. Wow, that is big. That looked a lot smaller in the picture. Wow, look at that. That is very interesting. Got a bit of a dent on the top, unfortunately. It's a Ricoh Rdc I700. Now what interested me with this was, if I remember rightly, yes, you could send emails from it. It's like an early web type camera. Can't wait to do a video on that. Probably won't work, it's really quite battered actually. It's got a PCMCI slot on the side there, compact flash card slot. Oh, it's a proprietary battery. It looks like one of those lip 8 or lip 10 batteries that Sony used to use. AV out, digital out, proprietary cable. It's dented all over. It's highly unlikely that it'll probably work. 3.3 megapixels, 3 times optical zoom. Can't see any DC input on it. So that's it. Oh yeah, here we go. DC in 5 volts, so we'll be able to try that out. Oh, very interesting. Image capturing device. I expected it to be half that size actually. I bet that was a lot of money when it came out. We started that one to see what it was. This is one of those little Casio handheld computers from the 80s, I think. Yeah, it's a PB410. I guess that's the expansion card. Why don't we do that first? It has a RC4 expansion card inside. If I remember rightly, I think that's just 1K of memory. There we go. Oh, 4K. Look at that. It's amazing that they use that rubber connector there as a connector for all the contacts. It's the same connector they use in digital watches, or used to use. Wow. Interesting to see if that works. I can't remember if it was told to me as working or not now. I do like these little computers. They do a docking station for it as well. That incorporates, I think, a printer and a little tape drive. Marvellous really, isn't it? That would have been a lot of money back in the day. Probably do a separate video on those. I've got 2 of those now. This here, if I remember rightly, there's some VCR heads. Because I've got my portable VHS unit there, I managed to get a picture out of it But unfortunately it's black and white. But at first I was getting nothing at all, so it indicates the heads are probably gone. And not quite sure. They might fit. I'll have to have a look, because the video heads are quite generic on the Ferguson JVC range. The Ferguson machines are basically just rebadged JVC machines 9 times out of 10. So that'll be interesting to see if that works. I'll do a separate video on that as well. Oh, it's a little Casio waterproof television. Very interesting that all the waterproof devices of the 80s and 90s were always yellow. I wonder what the reason was behind that. Well, that's nice. So very rugged. So what we've got there, we've got volume, brightness. That's actually a turning device. Wow. Pot. Audio, video out or in. Sorry, in it'll be, won't it? DC in, 6 volts. Earphone socket. This is a model JY10D. Takes 4 AA batteries. A little stand there for it. See if there's any batteries in it, hopefully not. Oh, there is. That means, will it work? At least they're not leaking. Oh, we've got power. Obviously we won't get a signal now because this is from the analogue days. But with it having a video input, it could be useful as a monitor. The little monitor. Batteries included. Not very often you can say that. Don't know if that's showing up on the camera above or not, but it's just there trying to scan for a signal. See the tuning bars going across the screen. Very nice. I do like pocket TVs. Very fascinating. I think I'm going to have to start collecting the smaller gadgets because I'm starting to run out of room. I think this, if I remember rightly, is a all-in-one PC board. I've forgotten the name of it now. It's a 486, I think. Well, after one of these for a while now, so I find it quite interesting. Another one of my interests. There we go. So this is a 486 all-in-one PC on one board, basically. That will fit into the back plane, which I don't have yet. So that's your processor on there, memory slots. There'll be 3 expansions, VGA for a guess, and mouse and keyboard. Or was that serial? That might be serial actually. I wonder how you would get a picture out of it, because the VGA option's not there, looking at it. It's got one of those Dallas onboard clocks. The battery, it's a sealed package, the battery's built into that for the BIOS, and they often go. There is a hack you can do to just file off part of the edge to make a contact for a new battery to go onto it. These kind of boards would have been used in the industry, for manufacturing industry and computers, control machinery. Very interesting. Maybe one day I'll be able to try that if I ever get a backplane for it. Right, I think that's on to the last one now. This is a big old video camera. And the picture of this showed the lens not attached, so I'm really hoping that it's not broken off, because on the old video cameras you have to screw the lens on separately. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, there's the power supply. They've taken the plug off. Best be safe than sorry, I suppose. No accountability then, is there? So that's a Sharp AC adapter AA122H. It's in very good condition. That's where the camera plugs into. Video out, audio out, video return, record or play. That's the standard connection there for the old video cameras, for the JVCs and Fergusons and everybody else apart from Sony. They had their own connection, of course, being Sony. This must be the lens in here. Well, at least they've wrapped it well. I did say to them to make sure you pack it so it doesn't all bang about. What we've got here then, TVZ 1, aspect ratio 1.8. What f-stop is it? f/60 to 96, yeah, that's the f-stop. F equals 60 to 96 millimeters, Japan. The lens is in good condition. Black box discharger. Oh, I remember those days. Before lithium-ion batteries, you had to discharge your old batteries before you charge them again, otherwise you could get a memory effect where the battery wouldn't fully recharge. Oh, I don't miss those days at all. At least now you can just put something back on charge, even if it's only halfway charged, and not have a memory effect. Right then, now for the actual camera itself. Bought quite a number of cameras lately, but I've been very unlucky that they've not worked. They've all had problems, but I suppose they are getting on a bit now. I think this one's from around about 1979, 1980. So I'd like to do a video in the summer outside with some of these to see what they look like, because these old cameras need so much light to work. You just don't have a chance in hell of using them indoors. We really take our mobile phones for granted these days. Just checking we're still recording. Wow. So it's a Sharp XC-35P. I've not managed to find any information about this actually on the internet so far. That's the the tube cover. There's actually image capture device in there. These use a pickup tube. It's not CCD. Well, now it's CMOS even. Let's carefully put that on there so we don't cross-thread it. There we go. Got an electronic viewfinder. That's got a 1-inch tube in there, with black and white. Still yet to find a small colour viewfinder. They're quite rare. I think only Panasonic did one and JVC did one back in the day. Yes. See, that would go on your shoulder then. Well, and then you'd plug this into that. In fact, why don't we try it quickly actually? See if we get anything out of it. Right, I'll do a close-up in a minute if it works. Excuse me. Packing dust.
Packing dust, I'm sorry.
Right, fingers crossed. Let's see if it works. Is that cobwebs? No, it's not. Right. Is it going to light up? Oh. The tube's lighting up, but I'm not getting a picture. Is the iris closed down? Oh, wait, here we go. Am I seeing something? Yeah, I am faintly seeing a picture, but as I said, these need a hell of a lot of light to work. Wow, it's really blurring. But I am getting a picture. It's just basically taking a while to warm up, with it being a vacuum tube for a pickup device. Well, I think that just about concludes today's unboxing. Thanks for watching with me. I'll do some future videos on some of this probably and talk about it a bit more. As always, thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you.